Hello and welcome to this video on how to safely practice yoga during pregnancy. These next minutes will be well invested because yoga can be dangerous for your unborn child. First of all, I'm not a doctor, so before you start yoga during pregnancy, clarify with your doctor. There is a video I made on the question, is yoga safe during pregnancy? If you're unsure, watch this, but definitely do go to your doctor if you feel any insecurities. Practicing yoga during pregnancy is so good. Many doctors recommend it, but there are some things that you could be doing wrong that may even lead to miscarriage. I know it doesn't sound nice, but that's reality. Make sure you watch until the end so you don't miss any of the things that you need to be careful about. So let's go. First thing to avoid is twisting, turning your legs in one direction and your upper body in another. This can compress the pelvic area, especially at the beginning when you are still actually very movable and you feel flexible and fit. This can actually do some damage. So keep away from the twisting and save them for later. Especially in that first trimester, it's the most important phase of the embryo. You can't see anything happening on the outside, and that's what's so dangerous about it. This is why you should avoid going to a regular yoga class and switch over to prenatal specialized yoga classes, where you are constantly being reminded of your new structure and how to improvise while you're used to your body changes and making your own adjustments. Now let's go into the twisting that you can do in the second and third trimester when your baby is safe and nested. So the twisting that you can do is from the upper body upwards. So you can twist, but then keeping your pelvis where it is, not taking a leg over to twist deeper into this pose. So only concentrating on the upper body. That's why any seated twists are okay. They keep your hips pinpointed in one area, and the only movement that can happen is from your upper torso. Also, when you twist, you need to be aware of the fact that you need to create the space before twisting. You don't want to be squishing and compressing anything. Moving on to the next thing, compressing the belly. Anything, forward fold, downward dog, any inversion, anything where your upper body is going in towards your legs, either from this part of the spine or from this part of the spine. So you see there are two different areas where we can be compressing the belly. This is again where you might need guidance at the beginning, especially at the beginning of your pregnancy, until you get used to your new structure changes. So definitely before you go onto your regular practice, do enroll in prenatal specialized yoga classes. If you're a regular practitioner, you will develop your own technique very quickly. Like on a typical forward fold, you would concentrate more on activating the legs and opening the chest rather than folding yourself into your legs. And to add here, don't be afraid of inversions. Your baby is protected by the fluids that it's surrounded by. Just don't hold the inversions for a long time. Listen closely to your body, it will tell you when to get out. It's time to practice more safely and with more awareness now. So that's where we need to let go of our ego into squeezing ourselves into poses that we don't belong to, creating space for the belly in every pose that we do. And this is especially hard for people that want to progress all the time and want to go deeper into things. So you need to be very careful about that. There's one more thing, laying on the belly. This may be uncomfortable for you anyways, especially when you're showing already. It is okay to do as long as you're not straining yourself. So Sphinx, Cobra, if you're used to it, do it. If you're not used to it, take it slow and breathe into things slowly. Talking about straining the abdomen, this can also happen during a back bend. So as I said, it's okay Until you start feeling uncomfortable, your body will tell you when to get out. And if you're unsure with anything, then get yourself some guidance through prenatal yoga courses or classes, or avoid the back bending completely for the next 9 months. It's not a big deal. Avoid yanking your body from one pose into the next, or avoid getting up rapidly and moving about rapidly. You need to take your time with everything that you do. You need to be aware that your body is constantly changing every day, every hour, every minute. So you need to be focusing on how you're feeling in that moment. So traditional Ashtanga classes where they rapidly move from one position into the next, into the next, into the next. This needs to be avoided. Consider doing a yoga flow during these times, flowing from pose to pose, or just adapting your yoga style for this time of your life, because flowing is also harder and will go more into your deeper muscle tissues, which you might be needing to carry your new structure around. Because although things do happen slow, nobody is used to a belly that develops like within a couple of weeks and then suddenly it's there. Then it's good to have that deep muscle tissue in place, believe me. There is an upcoming video on specific yoga poses to avoid during pregnancy, so don't forget to watch that. So again, quick movements may lead to injuries, visible or not visible. Be careful. If you're interested in more depth, feel free to enroll in my course. The link is down below. Talking about my course, coming to the next point, learn to listen to your body. This is one of the things that I teach you throughout my whole course. And like I already said, your body is changing within the second. It's building a brand new human. And that's also a thing that you need to be aware of. It's not only about the yoga practice. It's also about how you take that yoga practice into your everyday life. It's not like the only dangers are on the mat. The dangers are there when you're not paying attention to what you're doing. And practicing yoga will give you more awareness, not only on the mat, but also in your everyday life and throughout your whole pregnancy. It will make such a big difference. I hope you could take away some great information from this video. If so, then please like, subscribe to not miss next week's video.